In this lesson, we're going to talk about the distributive property. We're going to talk about how you simplify using the distributive property, and then we're going to talk about how you combine that with combining like terms. The distributive property simply states that A times the quantity B plus C equals AB plus AC, and that A times the quantity B minus C equals AB minus AC. These are multiplication. Anytime two things are touching, almost anytime two things are touching in multiplication, that means, or in math, that means multiplication. So this is multiplication here and multiplication here, and this is multiplication between A and the parentheses, and you distribute the A to each term in the parentheses. Same thing when it's minus, you distribute the A to both terms in the parentheses. I like to show it with a box. Let's say we have a box with 3 kitties and 1 puppy. And then let's expand that to say we have 4 boxes that each have 3 kitties and 1 puppy. Remember, algebra is representing patterns that we see with numbers and variables and expressions. I have 4 boxes. My boxes are going to be represented by parentheses. Inside each one, I have 3 kitties and 1 puppy. And you'll remember that I don't need to put the 1 in front of the puppy, because I already know that if there's 1 P there, that's 1 P. So that's what it represents, 4 boxes, the parentheses being the boxes, and in each box I have 3 kitties and 1 puppy. So how many kitties do I have altogether? Well, I have 4 boxes with 3 kitties, right? And I have 4 boxes with 1 puppy. And so that's a total of 12 kitties and 4 puppies. You multiply 4 times 3, you multiply the 4 times the coefficient, and then 4 times the P, and then whatever the symbol is here, you copy that down, unless it's a negative. Let's combine this with combining like terms. So if you have problems that have additional terms that look like they could be combined, you always distribute first. We can call that ADF, always distribute first. So we're going to distribute, we're going to multiply the negative 2/3 times 3 and the negative 2/3 times minus 6. And don't freak out because it's a fraction. It's fine. You can do that on your calculator. You can do negative 2 divided by 3 times 3. Everybody do it. Did you do it? Are you doing it? Pause so you can do it. Do negative 2 divided by 3. The top number goes first in your calculator. Negative 2 divided by 3 times 3. And what do you get? That's right, you get negative 2x. If you want to write it next to it, so a lot of times students don't like to write this because, it's totally a lot of work. But when you write it down, you're less likely to forget what you're doing. Between multiplying here to here and multiplying here to here, who knows what might happen to you. So if you write it down, it'll help you keep track. All right, so we did that multiplication, and of course we got negative 2. Now notice I wrote the minus down. I copied that down, but then I wrote down the negative again. So depending on how you do this problem in your calculator, if you do negative 2 divided by 3 times 6, you're going to get negative 4. So this is going to be minus a negative 4. Now, as you continue on your Algebra 1 journey, you will recognize that you have minus a negative, and that makes it plus a positive 4. So you just need to automatically, when you see a negative and a negative, look at all those arrows I'm drawing. You got a negative and a negative, that you're going to change that to a plus. So it's going to change the sign. You remember on the last one I said that you just copy the sign down unless it's a negative, and then it's the opposite sign. All right, but we're not simplified yet. Remember, simplify means we have no like terms. And we have no parentheses. So we got rid of the parentheses, check, but we still have like terms. Negative 2x and 4x. And remember, we put a box around the whole term, including the symbol to the left of it, so that when we combine it, we remember that the negative belongs with the 2 and the plus belongs with this 4, not with this 4. And we can combine those two because they have the same letter. And now it is simplified because we have no like terms and we have no parentheses. Okay, just a little note because I just have to say this. We're simplifying here. We're not solving. You're not solving this problem. We can't solve this problem. I could ask you, what is x? And the answer is, we don't know what x is. We can't figure out what x is. We can't figure it out because it's not an equation. You can only tell me what x is if it's an equation. This x can represent any number at all right now. It's just a placeholder for any number in the world. It's not one specific number, any number, okay? We're not solving this. We are simplifying it. We don't know what x is. Doesn't matter what x is. It's not asking us to find x. All right, one more. It says simplify. So we know that means no like terms and no parentheses. Alert, alert, I have parentheses that I need to remove. Now, if this was a plus here, I could just simply take the parentheses away. But since it's a minus, think of it just like we said the coefficient of x is 1. Think of this as an understood -1 here that we're going to distribute. You can also think of it as just changing the signs of what's in the parentheses. This is a +2, so it's going to become a -2 when I distribute that negative in, or that -1 in. When I multiply along the arrows, I'm multiplying along the arrows here. And then -1 times -4 is +4. So I have no parentheses, and I'm looking, but nope, I don't have any like terms either. So that is simplified. Not solved, just simplified.